What's up, baby?
About the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
Thought I'd come see you. What you gonna play?
Doom 2016.
Ooh. I don't want a zebra cake right now.
There's some on the table.
I know. And then I'm just not gonna eat the rest of the day. Maybe.
You're
Yeah.
sick. You'll be alright.
Oh, I get the sick pass?
Well, you're not gonna live your whole life on a strict
You wanna
regimen.
hear something terrible?
What's up?
On Thursday he puts me on a steroid.
That's gonna make you gain weight.
Uh-huh.
Mm. Hello, everybody.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear.
Until it is done. I deleted it, Stefan. It's no longer. I don't have access to it no more. I literally died to the first enemies. Alright. Well, the reason I died is because I was trying to glory kill them. And they haven't got the glory filled mechanic yet. So to kind of give the setting for people that don't know, right? This is going to be a 100% playthrough. It's going to be slow play. I'm going to try to collect all the secrets, get all the stuff, and I don't know any of it, so I'm going to be looking for it. But I do know this. This is the
to contain this.
Now, why would you keep the Doom suit like right the fuck there? Right? Like let's get the guy, right, who's been preserved and imprisoned and, you know, basically in a situation like break in case of emergency. Let's leave his fucking Praetor suit right there. Hell, the door's even malfunctioning. Well, you're not actually on Mars. You're on. There's two moons of Mars, Phobos and I think Dios. And what happens in Doom is on the base Phobos, they've uncovered like Martian teleport technology, and they're trying to use that technology to send items from Phobos to Dios, and they keep losing things in between. And they discover that in between, the jump is a portal to basically hell. Hell in the Doom universe is this fictional world that that uses the souls of worlds to make a thing called Argent Energy. And Argent Energy is an unlimited supply of like energy. It's like gas that you have an untapped, you know, preference to. It's really, really, really efficient. Which Argent Energy is made from like the souls of people that hell has taken. And so they start studying it. Demos, I'm sorry. So you're not actually on Mars, you're on one of the moons.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Rezop satellite is brought back online.
Welcome.
I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
Additional relics were found in the tomb alongside the Doom Marine. Some incantation tablets and an ancient combat suit which was given the name the Praetor suit. When found, it was encased in an inscribed stone tomb. The suit was extracted from the rock cleaned and subjected to numerous tolerance tests and found to be almost impervious to any damage. It appeared to have some mechanical function as well. Small receptors on the gloves and chest that attract argent plasma and dissipate through its capillary tubes in the substructure. Markings on these armors also consisted of images of the man or humanoid seen in several tablets and stones found on their expeditions. These same markings were also noted on the Helix stone. Despite it being clear that the suit can be activated in some way, no method has been found to do it. It appears to be missing a component, likely the Doom Marine himself. Alright, here's what I was trying to do. The Possessed, which are these enemies, they can actually be meleeed into the Glory Kill. Let's read about the Possessed. The Possessed are created in a Lazarus Wave event, a phenomenon first discovered by Dr. Olivia Pierce during her Lazarus project. While most victims exposed to Argent biowaves will expire without further effect, some subjects will absorb the traces of Argent energy and enter a state of posthumous vigor. Despite necrosis, the internal organs, with the exception of the brain, the victim continues to animate and exhibit a lower order of sentience for weeks and even months after clinical death. Posthumous brain activity in the Possessed is limited to instinctive behavior. The Possessed are known to be territorial when confronted by the living. When isolated, they are often entered a dormant state for extended periods of time. They will stand unmoving for days or weeks until it's time presented with a live food source or threatened by a predator. It is an interesting behavior has been seen when Possessed are held in small groups. They will drag human corpses to the central location within their holding pens, and they will perform a silent ritual around the pile of bodies. This resulting ceremonial site appears to be initial stages of a gore nest. These actions must be driven by a telepathic communication with higher-ranking demons, as there are no local brain activity and could manage such choices. The Possessed will perform these tasks even when limbs are removed or Pavlovian pain responders are implemented in their cortex, further cementing the theory that they are unwilling slaves performed an integral part of life cycle of the demons. The Possessed created the birthing ground for new demons, and upon expiration, them themselves are used as fertilizer for the gore nest. So, like, the Possessed are essentially like a tool of like a spider mastermind.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
We'll read about the imp in a little bit.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
This is actually one of the harder combat sequences in the game.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
Got it.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Let's read about the imp. We're not going to do the weapons. We'll just do the monsters. Imp. These ferocious and agile demons are found all over hell and are often used as a front line in a concentrated attack in either dimension. They revel in battle, feeding off their victims. And when the hunger takes them... He
cannot be allowed to leave this place. He would ruin everything.
I don't hate Elon Musk.
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
We platinum Skyrim, Choma. The way armor works in this game is you basically get... Armor is essentially extra health. The UAC. Despite the discovery of liquid water on Mars in the early 21st century, the colonization of Mars had little appeal beyond exploration of the next century. With the discovery of Argent Fracture, a terra-dimensional stream of undefined Argent plasma in 2095, setting and mining of Mars became both practical and essential to make the vast energy demands of Earth. However, the need for atmospheric conversion and terraforming of the red planet was a task that seemed unsurmountable to all but one corporation, the UAC. Through their diligent dedication to technology of the red planet, advancement in forward thinking, an outpost was established in MTC 2096 to extract Argent plasma from the fracture. When this plasma is subjected to the UAC's ferromonic transference pattern, Argent energy is produced. This remarkable venture eventually bore fruit as Argent energy became the primary power source of all Earth. New visitors to UAC facility may take for granted the rich atmosphere while on the surface, but it should be remembered that just a few short decades ago, Mars was an inhospitable desert that can support no life. Unauthorized exploration into inclusion zones outside the base is not allowed under any circumstances. Highly volatile experiments and artifacts are frequently researched at safe distance away from the base, and your safety in these areas cannot be guaranteed. So it seems like this game does take place on Mars. And I shot the fucking red barrel. Alright. We're just looking for the imps and the possessed soldiers. Because those are the ones that actually matter. Like, we probably might have to kill... Nah, you don't got killed the possessed at all. About to get access to our first secret over here. Now we get our grenade. Let's see, Jody, have you tried the pistol only challenge? No. I've watched somebody kill the spider mastermind with a pistol only, and like, that's not for me. Not for me. Go and take the possessed out. Wings, would you ever work for a call? Hell yeah, I'd work at a call center for $25 an hour. Why would you not? Please die. Oh, fuck it. And I fucking jumped off. This is why I don't play Ultra Nightmare. Like, most of my deaths are fucking fall deaths. I actually want to go get my explosive shot. Thank you. Then we'll go back here. Alright, so there's 2 more secrets we gotta get. And there's 2 weapon perks we can get. There you go. Alright, I know this is the secret area. I gotta remember how we open that. I think it's up here somewhere. Don't fall off. Good thing he looks like... Let's see. Good point. If I wasn't robbery, is once a close fight. I think it's up here to the left in this area right here. Enjoy that. Woo, hello. Alright, gotcha. All right. What are we looking for here? So we're looking for like a switch. That we can throw. It's not super obvious. Maybe up here? I remember finding this switch before. Thoughts on open world Doom? Dude, I hate open world. Am I playing the new season of Diablo 2? Probably not. I almost feel like I've been too far. I want to say like the first level entrance is like right here. Let's look it up. Doom 2016 UAC secrets. Data log, collectible, elite guard, classic map. Jump down, you discover first elite guard, then turn right, you'll reach a chest. Okay. So it says it's over here. Nah, I don't watch football. You're supposed to come here, jump up at his, and jump over here. Oh, wrong one. Right here. Alright, and that gives us access to the first Doom level. Alright, so that means we got one more secret. Remember, they aren't sticky bombs on this one? Yeah. Yeah, you can play the original OG Doom on 2016. You unlock the secret levels in each level. Use the pistol? Why use the pistol? The key to this area is to get up high as quick as possible. Ah, fuck me. Doom wasn't on the Atari. Doom came out in '94. Like, Doom started out as like a PC game, and you later got a port of it to like the Super Nintendo. I'm not sure if the Sega Genesis got a port. But you could play it on like the Amiga. Sorry about this. Sometimes you gotta really concentrate on Nightmare. It hadn't gave me the checkpoint yet. There it is. So we haven't got the secret, so we gotta find the secret now. See if we can find one. We could actually put a weapon mod in. Reduces the recharge time between explosive shots. How much to ban a mod of my choosing, Pimp? No, I don't do that, man. Thank you for the $2. Let's go walk in here real quick. Maybe it's in here.
Welcome to the UAC. Now 221.
Alright, that's the end of the level right there. Alright, so let's look it up. Dialogue collectible 2. I was in the right place. It says it's down here in these trenches. There's a hidden path that's hard to see. Barely visible. Oh. Actually shows up on the minimap a little bit. There it is. Alright, so we got everything in the first level. So we can go to level 2 now. I wonder if Doom Twisted is on sale. You can find a disc version of this game for like $12. I mean, it's different than Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal has a much faster combat. In my opinion, the combat's, I don't know, it's different. Like, I like both of them. I don't hate Doom Eternal's combat, and I don't hate this one's combat. It's just slower.
God rested on the seventh day. But imagine how much further along we would be. The UAC is committed to excellence. That's why we implemented a 7-day week. Now
Broken free from your prison, pitted against evil, the cycle begins anew. To discover the cause of the demonic invasion, first locate and align the communication satellite and the resource operation facility. Know your enemy. Hello.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient intelligence assigned to Mars. After running diagnostics on the Praetor suit, it appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
Main power offline. Off.
I think we get challenges on this one. Yep. Kill 2 possessed with 1 trigger pull from the shotgun. Perform 5 different glory kills. So let's do the glory kills first. My favorite, the bottle opener. Alright. Friday is death.
Main power offline. All entrances non-operational. Main power offline. All entrances non-operational.
Alright, what else we gotta do challenge-wise? Find 3 secrets. Alright, cool.
I believe in honesty, especially now, in what will be your final moments in this world. All the rumors.
Dude, I've already died 3 times. Ultra Nightmare is not in my
The
power.
Hell Portal, the demons. It's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they
Oh, you want 3
create
minutes commercial,
for
D's? I got
us.
you.
Starting now.
Alright, if I remember correctly, you can jump up on these pipes. Come over here.
I believe in honesty, especially now, in what will be your final moments in this world.
Oh, here.
All the rumors, the human sacrifices,
There's a secret number 1, I think.
the
Yep.
demons. It's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them.
Alright, so now I think this turns the lights on.
Especially now. In what will be my sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world they create for us. Starting now. I believe in honesty, especially now, in what will be your final moments in this world.
Shotgun shells. We can put another thing. Removes the load time for explosive shot. Let's go with that one.
The human sacrifices. Let them. It's all. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Start. I believe in
Alright, here's another door.
and what will be
Generally, when you see the door, the thing is, which I know where this one is. This one's up here.
all the rumors, the human sacrifice.
And what you got to do here is you got to jump on this railing.
Demons. It's
And you jump up here.
my sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what
And you just got to get down there before it
they
closes.
create for us.
And we got the classic map Doom Hangar unlocked. Just like that. And that's considered the last secret. Okay.
Starting now.
So let's push. Keep on pushing, buds. Enjoy that. All right.
Demonic presence at unsafe level.
First real challenge room. Oh! I don't really like driving games, honestly. Like, I like cars in real life because I like the way they feel in real life. Like, racing in games is monotonous.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in any form.
Ooh.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Alright. Let's see what level secret this is. I hope guys get my triple wide in a little cheapo simulator rig. Trust me, if you get a wheel and stand set up, it's very fun video wise too. I don't know. That's a lot of money invested in something I don't naturally like. You know what I'm saying? As a gamer, I'm fucking weird. Is this not considered a secret? Here's the chainsaw.
Workforce, and each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move on? To take on new challenges? To become more than you ever dreamed you could be? Talk to your supervisor to see if you meet the requirements for this year's Soul Harvest.
It's strange how that's not considered a how that's not considered a like a secret. Am I missing something over there? So you gotta press a button on the console. You gotta do some platforming. Jump down. Some shotguns. Can you open this? Cannot open that. Would you be able to
The UAC.
get over
The world is
there?
counting on us. How committed are you?
Hold up, I want to try something. What up, player? I'm thinking maybe. I think maybe. Wings, get a game and we'll do a virtual car meetup. Yeah. The kind of cars I like are all fucking big and slow. Let's do this. And that, you can't make that jump, huh?
Here at the UAC, we
So I
take
figured if I
pride
could
in
walk
nurturing
on that,
the workforce.
I could jump
And each
over to
year we
that.
harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move on? To take on new challenges? To become more than you ever dreamed you could be? Talk to your supervisor to see if you meet the requirements for this year's Soul Harvest. committed are you?
Security station activation required. Why would I interview Phil? I don't know anything about Phil. That's not what I do, man. Not what I do. Oh shit. Entry code required. Station. Hey, Mr. Wayne, did you notice we had a dream and now wants to be interviewed to clear things up? You think it's a PR stunt? No, I don't know about that.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown. Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
All right, this is probably the first real hard room of the game. Keys to just keep moving. And there it goes. Oh! That's all right. I kind of just want to talk to chat. I might shut off the Doom and just talk to chat. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it lately. What's the fastest car I've ever driven? I don't know.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
Here's a line of thinking, right? For basically anything with cars. It's more fun to drive a slow car fast than drive a fast car slow. Like, is it cool to have like a car that is like a truly performance vehicle? 100%. But you can't really do anything with it most of the time. You can accelerate to 45 really quickly. But like, anything past that, you just got to break the law to use. And like, you know, at that point, you're being a jackass. You know, and everybody's been that jackass at least once or twice. I don't care if you're male or female. You get by yourself, your road gets empty. You try to see what your car has at least once. Anybody that says they haven't done that is lying to you, for the most part.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
Well, here's the thought process, right? And I know everybody's not the same person, right? Like, there's people that are just, you know, fundamentally pieces of shit. So, like, being respectful and laws and shit like that, like, none of that applies to me. But, for example, like, for the vast majority of people, like, you share the road. Everybody pays for it. Everybody uses it. And there's a level of respect that has to come with sharing the road, right? Just because you don't have anything to lose or you don't care about yourself doesn't mean other people don't care about themselves or the people that they're driving along with them. So, like, not using your blinker, not obeying the rules of the road, you know, excessive speeding, driving recklessly. To me, all this, one, it's against the law, but that's besides the point, right? Like, who gives a fuck if it's against the law? It's fucking terrible manners, and that means more to me than the whole like it's against the law shit, right? Like, I don't want to be seen as a person that, you know, is just a pile of junk. And like, to me, like, a dude that's like racing through traffic or racing his buddy through traffic is just showing that he has no respect for himself or anybody else, right? Like, I don't know. To me, it's egotistical.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Nah, it's not bad. It got nothing to do by hating the Fast and the Furious. It's got everything to do with there's places for it. There's time and places for everything, right? Like, you wouldn't go have sex in a supermarket, right? Because there's a time and a place to lay your woman down, and it ain't in the aisles of a supermarket. It's in your own home or maybe a hotel. There's areas that it's perfectly fine to do that kind of thing. And like, just like driving, if you want to drive 90 in a 65, go to the fucking track. There's drag strips, there's tracks, there's places you can go to get that need for speed out of your system and do it in a legal manner. And if you happen to fuck up, right, which, you know, most people will fuck up if they continually do it, there's going to be there to people to bail you out, right? When you go 90 on a track and you flip your fucking car, there's going to be people there with emergency vehicles right away because they have them on site, right? That's part of what you pay for when you go to that kind of situation, right? How often do I speed? Basically every day. But I don't speed in the sense of like most people consider speeding. I usually do 2 or 3 over. Like, if something's 45, I'll do like 47, 48. Technically, I'm breaking the law, but for the most part, people just let you scoot by. And that's more about just keeping up with traffic more so than it is actual speeding. Yeah, cops pretty much will give you 5. Honestly, like, that's the same here. Cops will give you 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. Like, generally cops won't start fucking with you till about 8 to 10. We're gonna save this right here. because there's a pulse rifle in this area. Hey, Kelly. Yes.
Maybe it's a it has to look worse where it looks better thing.
I think it's going to take a couple days for it to heal because he gave you 7 days because it might take 4 or 5 for it to actually start feeling better, and 7 to be completely out of your system so you can't give it to other people.
Actually, by Thursday it should be. I should be non-contagious.
Okay. Did you ask him if you can give it to the animals? I don't know. Can Bailey catch it?
Who was the one that told me about the animals?
I don't know.
Did you say anything about the animals?
I have not. This is my first time asking.
Then it must be them.
Yeah.
I think it was Elizabeth. Yeah. So I can't be around the animals, so you're going to have to feed them.
Okay. No, Kelly has pink eye.
In both eyes.
In both eyes. You want to see her? You want to show them? No?
I can show them, but I need...
Okay. Kelly went on a camping trip and got pink eye in both eyes.
Are y'all ready for my close-up?
Mm-hmm.
Was that good?
That's good enough.
Okay.
Like our
I'm
face
sure
is
to
all
be-
swollen and stuff like
Sure
that.
to be screenshot. Given to a troll later.
Do you want me to take the bedding stuff off and put it in the wash machine?
I've already done that.
Oh, you already done it? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You don't get pink eye just from getting in close to somebody's butthole. You get pink eye from you can get it from a sinus allergic reaction. Your sinuses can cause pink eye. She had it in this eye, and then she rubbed this eye and gave it to that eye.
Y'all like my new dress?
I think it looks better with the coat.
The coat does not go with the dress. You know that, right?
It looks
the
good.
Coat was just... That is my Amish old lady look, and I just knew you'd love it.
Go get the coat. Let's let them decide if the coat looks better. No, I wash my hands, dude. I hate getting sick. Absolutely detest
Does
it.
anyone like getting sick? Like, is that a thing? Okay, y'all. Jordy likes this look.
I like the coat look. Just show it up in front like you're gonna wear it like a normal person.
Like this.
It's got the cow net with the coat. I like that look. I think it matches.
And then I like it without it, but I'm also hot natured. So I'm just kind of like, okay.
Well, it's one of those things. Like if you're
I look
outside, you wear
slimmer
the
without
coat.
it.
Inside, you wear without
I
it.
look slimmer without it.
Hey, Bailey girl.
We good now?
Yes. Dude, when I actually can fit my dress clothes, I look stunning.
You really do.
I do. I know. I'm being egotistical.
I mean, but you've lost like almost 10. You've lost 7 pounds.
I don't want to talk about weight loss in the stream.
Okay.
That's my own stuff. But yeah, like when I got my dress clothes going and I'm dressed to the nines, I look good. I'm absolutely massive. Well, thank you, Stephen.
So nice of him.
Hey, at least he threw $2 my way. He wrote it on the back of a $2 bill. I can get down with that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, that coat was free. That sweater was free.
Where'd you get that coat at?
There's this thing, and you guys probably can't relate. I don't know if men do this, but when women start losing weight, other women feel the need to give them clothes that they can't fit in.
Guys don't do that.
So, like, different people from church would be like, oh, I have this. This should fit you. I can't wear it. It'd be like, oh, it's too big or, whatever.
I ain't trying to wear nobody's pants that they junk men in.
Usually it's shirts and sweaters and stuff. But yeah, girls do that. Some do it to just be like, oh, I'm littler than you. And others do it just because. But yeah, it's such a girl thing to do. To want to give away your clothes. I wash them before I wear them.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, am I right? You don't want somebody else's junk in your pants, right? Like, you want your pants to be the only junk there.
Well, that particular sweater actually came from my mommy. That's why I said it's the old lady sweater. And you like the old lady look for some reason.
We old.
We are not old.
We
I am
are
hanging
old.
on to my youth as long as I can.
Didn't you just dye your hair?
I have not dyed it yet. You can't tell.
I mean,
I haven't had the energy to dye it because I've been sick.
Bailey's not looking her best either. We gotta get her hair cut so she can get her Halloween costume on.
Yes, so she can go trunk or treating.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to decorate the back of my car like an ocean, and I'm going to see if I can find Bailey a mermaid outfit. How about that?
Bailey's not gonna be a mermaid.
Why not?
She's a witch.
I still want that Disney movie for this Disney game for the Switch.
Now keep your contagious ass over there a little bit, thank you.
Oh, you called me little.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. I'm trying to look at chat. Broke. I'm going to be broke for Halloween. That's what I'm going to be.
No budget. This is low budget. This is no budget. Yeah.
No budget November.
Shit.
Hey guys. Alright, I think I'm piecing back to...
You dress up Bailey as the
dungeon?
Godfather.
She's going to be a mermaid.
If you want to be a mermaid, Bailey.
I don't care if she wants to be a mermaid. That's what she's going to be. She's at the age where it doesn't matter what she wants to be. She's what I want her to be. You know, like kids are 1 through 3. It don't matter what they want to be. They're what mommy and daddy want them to be.
No, I wonder. We're not keeping her here. She got pink eye. She got pink eye.
Jordy has a... never mind. I'm going to be nice.
Jordy's a germaphobe. I don't like getting sick. Like, I wear my mask.
Oh, because who likes getting sick? Whoa.
Oh, shit. Final Laugh. Oh, cute. Congratulations on the weight loss, Kelly. Thank you, Final Laugh.
You.
Thank you, dude, for the $100.
All right, let me go now.
I mean, I've been shuffling you around all day. Thank you, Final Laugh. Thank you. I mean, Kelly probably already spent that, but thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm.
The only places we went, well, you got gas and the other thing, but I've spent $44 today between my medicine and my doctor's visit.
And we spent 13 on Advil, cold and sinus, 10
That was
on
yesterday.
11 on Claritin,
So that's 24.
another 12 on the DG trip. So that's
36 plus 44. I'm up to 80.
You can close.
I still got 20 to go.
Yeah. But you got 20 to go. We ain't factoring in the oil, the tire, and the gas.
Oh, God.
I'm just playing with you.
No, you're not. because you have always done that.
Yeah, you think it's strange, so I've always factored in oil, tire, and
I
gas.
love how when you would come see me in Merle's Inlet, you go, it's $20 just for me to come see you.
That's how you knew I was the one.
And
Just
I'm
like
like,
your daddy.
And I'm like, well, I'm worth more to see than $20, so I don't know what you're complaining about.
Oh. Dude, when I factor a trip out, I factor a trip out. I factor how much miles I'm putting on the oil, how much tire mileage based on my tires, you know, the whole nine. Advice on evading taxes? Shit, I don't know. Taxes beat me to down, son. Like, I don't evade them. I get tackled by them.
Good times. All right, let me seriously leave before he has a conniption fit.
Shit.
Already Lysol'd everything,
I already
too.
suck ass at Rainbow, Kelly. Imagine how bad a rainbow I'd play if my eyes were swollen shut like yours.
You might be better.
I'm sure
That might be the one thing you haven't tried.
Oh, you think I'm drunken master over here? Shit.
It might work. You can't be worse.
You right, I can't
From
be
what
worse.
I hear.
The only thing I'm worried about is Bailey, honestly.
Yeah, because she ain't going to stay away.
Bailey will not social distance. Like we've already quarantined pillows and stuff.
Yeah, I already did all that as soon as I got home.
Well, I did that last night. Like, I'm just going to sleep at this side of the bed. You sleep at that side of the bed. These two pillows I know
honey,
are
that
safe.
wasn't sneak dissing. I blatantly told him he sucks at Rainbow.
How do you know? You don't even know. You don't.
I hear it.
You hear it based. You have biased opinion.
I hear your side. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
Oh, you hear when I say I suck. Barack O'Goblin. Blindfold Rainbow stream, please. Dude, like, you the sound sucks too much ass in Rainbow to be any good blindfolded. No, I told Kelly she's not allowed to do the one chip challenge. Like, I have a very high pain tolerance for, like, heat. Very high.
You gonna keep talking till I go to the store and get a one chip and do the one chip challenge.
Honestly, you don't want to do it. Like,
Well, you're acting like I'm this weak little thing.
You will regret it.
I told Kelly she wasn't allowed. Boy.
I did tell you weren't allowed, did I not?
And I do what I want.
Okay, Wraith, Jordy, get Kelly to play a training match on Rainbow. Maybe when she's better. I don't want her touching my controllers. What do you think about the new Ford Bronco? I think they're ugly. What
Same.
do you think? Yeah, I think they're ugly.
Same.
I think they're uglier Jeeps.
Mm-hmm. I would have been banned already. Rainbow being
But, like, yeah, this thing right here, this Pocky.
I want the game. I want the Disney Dreamlight Valley game.
I thought you were about to say you want the Pocky One Chip Challenge game. I'm like, they got a fucking game?
No.
I was like, shit.
No, but they sell those at the gas station.
Because the real game is, like, don't die. Because this
they
right here
sell
could
those
kill
at
you.
the gas station.
These
I'm
could kill
very
you.
tempted to get it just because you told me I couldn't do it.
Oh, my Lord.
You act like I'm so weak. Dude, do you realize I've been through how many surgeries?
Those surgeries have anesthesia.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this question, Kelly. Take your pride aside.
Mm-hmm.
How bad was I in pain with my stomach for an hour and a half after
It
the
was
fact?
bad.
Have you ever seen me complain to the point where I'm like, I might have to go to the hospital?
Not to that point, no.
So why on earth would you even consider doing this?
Because you told me not to.
Okay, you're dumb.
I'm an American. I'm an American. You don't tell Americans not to.
That is unreasonable heat. Dude, I don't want her to suffer because of like a stupid choice.
But you know I'm stubborn. And you know the one thing that made me do something is to tell me I can't.
Mm.
Do you not know that by now?
Well, you can't make $1 million.
Mm.
That don't work that way. Shit. Oh, I missed a $10 donation, did I?
Oh,
No,
you
no,
did.
no. We respond to it. Like, what do you think about the new Ford Bronco?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, thank you for the $10. I've tried the ghost. This one is the ghost pepper and scorpion at the same time.
Mm.
It's the Reaper pepper and scorpion pepper. It's got two of the hottest peppers in the world in it. One extremely spicy tortilla chip. Not to mention it tastes like shit. Like it honestly tastes like ass.
All right, so how much will you sell your wife out for? They want to know realistically how much money for me to do the challenge.
I, honestly, like, no, zero. I don't want you to do the challenge. I feel like it would hurt you, like, especially since you've had your like, you don't have your thyroid. You don't regulate everything well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to doing it. Oh, somebody donated $14 for Bailey mermaid supplies.
Oh, yes! I'm going shopping. Sweet! Thank you. I'm going to go look for her mermaid outfit now. Excuse me.
No, I would not eat a chip with Kelly. Like I said before, like, I will never eat another one of those chips without, like, a stupid amount of reward. Like, these things are terrible. Terrible.
Bailey going to get a mermaid outfit.
Don't worry, baby. I think you really should be a garbage man for dinner. I mean, like, honestly, eating one versus eating 25, it's all the same shit, right? Like, once you eat the first one, your mouth is completely numb. Like, every other one is just going to make it last a little longer. The heat ain't bad. What's bad is how bad it makes your stomach feel afterwards. Like, honestly.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I've already... What? Oh my god, you found one that...
Oh gosh, I've also on stream, so let me step back here.
She found this costume already.
Thank you. That's what you should do. Y'all should go pick out Bailey a mermaid outfit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what y'all go do. Go pick out Bailey's mermaid outfit.
Mm-mm. Kelly, am I racist?
No.
Yeah, I don't know why people get that. I touched the phone.
You did touch them.
Yeah.
I give you my hand sanitizer, but well.
I'll wash my hands later.
After you rub your eye, you probably need to go do it now.
You know how much other things I've touched in this house that you've touched? I ain't gonna touch my eyes.
Alright, if you walk around, if you actually hurt your eyes, I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have it.
Yeah, we went to the optometrist this morning. She has pink eye in both eyes. She's got a doctor's note that gets her off work for 7 days. But she wants to work through it. I'm like, shit. I'm in the club that if you have a heart attack on the factory floor, they'll have you replaced by the time that your obituary comes out. If you feel like shit, take your time off. Don't matter that work. I am a proponent of doing your 8 and skate. I don't give a fuck how backed up I am. I don't give a shit about what's going on. Oh, my shift's over. Bye. Bye. It's just like we were talking about it on the way home. Like they gave her a doctor's note. I'm like, you damn near 40 years old and you need a doctor's note. Like what? Like I understand people take advantage and like pretend to be sick to get off work, but it ain't a fucking blood pack, right? Like if you want to call out sick all the fucking time, to the point that people have to get to the point where like, oh, yo, you might actually be faking it. Yeah, that's an issue. But like, if you're a consistent employee, why do you need a fucking doctor's note? Why do you need somebody to be like, yeah, she came to my place? No, like my thing is like, to me, I live my life in a way that a person's word is good until they prove it isn't. I've ran businesses, Sam. I didn't require doctor's notes. Like if you want to lie to me, just make sure I don't find out. Because when I find out, I'm gonna assume that you're always lying to me. Hey, John. Bill Wings, tell me you've been following the... No, I have not. I don't know what that even is. That's exactly what it is. Like, so that's my employer saying... That one's terrible. The other one was better.
Jesus.
That's exactly my employer saying that they monopolize my personal life and them making money over me being well. Like, what have I given you a reason not to trust me? I show up to work all the fucking time. DSP's having car troubles? What kind of car troubles is he having?
What about this one?
What's wrong with the first one?
Oh, you like the first one? I can order it?
How much was it?
Like 25?
Shit. Try to find something at the Dollar Tree. Shit. I hate spending money. The 125 tree. Fallout 4 is getting a next gen packs next year. I mean, that's cool. Will they give us a new or they give us like an anniversary edition with like all the mods and shit? Who is paying $10? Hey, Mr. Shako. At anything for the Dollar Tree. Like, there's nothing in the Dollar Tree worth $10. I'm sorry. There's nothing there. Everything, like, if you buy a toy at the Dollar Tree, it is broke by the time you take it out the package. Nah, I'll probably never play Gotham Knights. I'm just not a big superhero fan.
It's still $23, but I like that one better. You don't...
You know Bailey hates wearing clothes, right?
I know.
Just letting you know. Like, the bigger packs of frozen food is ridiculous. They have signs that say $5 and up. Like, what are you buying, though? Are you buying, like, the Chef's Choice steak? Like, it blew my mind when, like, Dollar Tree sold fucking steak. They sold... And it's called Chef's Choice. Let me look this shit up for you. Where's that at? Here's this fucking picture. Go ahead. Cut this off.
Yes, no.
Can we hold off on that?
No, because we can't order it. If we don't order it today, we won't be here in time for the trunk or treat.
Fine, order it. Order it.
Wow.
Order it. Order. What are we doing? Jordy's desktop. Here, this shit right here. And she just finessed. That's about as close to a fight me and Kelly have. Like this shit right here. Like, I've never ate this mess, but I guarantee you if you cooked it, like, and I'm not a chef by any means, and I know this, that if you put this shit in a frying pan, it's going to be like 33% water. Like what they probably took the smallest cut of fucking ribeye steak you could possibly get on like some sick ass cow that has like, you know, I don't know, polio or some shit, like the polio cow, and they like injected it with fucking water. It just blows my mind, dude, that they actually have something out there like this Dollar Tree fucking steaks. The worst part about that is every time that those steaks come out at the Dollar Tree, they sell like hotcakes. Like motherfuckers line up to fucking do this shit. Like somebody should make a YouTube channel like cooking at the Dollar Tree. Because I'm sure you can make some interesting fucking dishes at the Dollar Tree. You can make some depression fucking stew at the Dollar Tree. I ever tell you the time that I went to Brandy's house and she wanted to cook me dinner? And she stopped by the motherfucking Dollar Tree and got mac and cheese. Like, dude, let me tell you a secret, dog. Jordy grew up poor. When I say poor, I'm talking about like welfare check, food stamps before they were food stamps poor. Like, we didn't get food stamps. Food stamps came later. We got like bags of groceries that were delivered to us like once a week. And in those bag of groceries, they had like a white box of mac and cheese that was like generic. They would give you Captain Crunch or like some name brand Kellogg cereal. They're like this brick of orange cheese and like shit like that. All right, I grew up in the motherfucking ghetto, and this was the worst mac and cheese I've ever ate in my damn life. The welfare mac and cheese was better than the Dollar Tree mac and cheese. Like, they don't even give you cheese. They give you this paste. It's not even paste. It's powder. Like, it's these hard noodles and there's this powder that you gotta basically create cheese out of. It's like, who, like, this is, dog, they don't feed prisoners this bad. it's like, dude, I ate that shit, and I was like, Wolf Pit has budget meal videos. That's a stronger man than me. Shit. I don't think I have it on me right now. I think I've retired it. Almost certain that I have. I think I put it in my lockbox. But everybody's seen my ghetto certification card. My ghetto certification card. So what's the deal with Kyle and like his, like Kyle, like there's like a Jocko Johnson. Hey Jordy, have you or Kelly doing well, bud? Any chance you'll go on guest this PK at any point? I thought I heard something about recently, might be mistaken. I thought about going on recently, but like, I just don't see going on PKA and it being a positive experience for me. All right. But Kyle seemed really into like, how can I say this? I don't know how to say this without like somebody trying to like take the words. But Kyle's like taste in women has gotten a lot more sausagey. Is that one way to say it? I don't know. You guys tell me. Like, is it true or not? Because I heard Kyle like. Taylor's a better host than I'd ever be. Nah. Here's how I know you're wrong, Zizzle. Go back on all the PKAs that we had me and Taylor on, and tell me who's the better host. The reason you guys like Taylor is because he has a bunch of news stories. Like, you've heard all my stories. Like, I think recently I saw a PKA post where somebody asked Woody if he'd ever had his house broken into, and he told the story about the guy who kept coming up his basement steps and took money out of his wallet. I've heard that story like 14 fucking times. I know you guys heard it a few times. But, like, you only have so many stories. You know, it is what it is. Shit, I'd be cool too. Bailey, what you doing? Nah, man. You're never going to outdo PKA because PKA has people grew up with PKA. Like I don't really get new fans. I do get new fans, but I don't get what I have is a bunch of people that liked my content when they were like 15, and they kind of like just moved in to kind of grew up with me. Yeah. Honestly, like there's a lot of podcasts that are worse than PKA out there. Like if you ever looked at like I have Apple, for example. Like I go to the podcast, I look for something new. Other than like Joe Rogan, like a lot of the podcasts suck ass. Like they're either their point of view is too narrow, or they're a gimmick, or like they're very, very short. Like there's this one podcast that I really like called The Horror Show, and like all their episodes are like 30 minutes long. Like by the time they get into talking to something, they're done about it. Like, and you see this with a lot of like YouTube channels too. like YouTube channels about horror movies that basically go over the plot of the movie and give like 30 seconds of an opinion of the movie, and it's like there's 5 channels that do the same thing. It's like I want something with like I like, to me, like when I go look for a Let's Play or something like that, I want something in depth. I want somebody that wants to talk about the storyline, talk about the mechanics of the game, talk about ways that you can do it differently. Like for shooters, to me, there's like 2 like gold standards for like shooter content creators. There's Lightning Bolt Forever, and then there's Big Mac Davis. Like those are to me the gold standard of like FPS shooters. And like to me that's how almost all Let's Plays should be done, on like that kind of level. Yeah, but let's talk about stories, for example. Let's talk about one of Kyle's stories. And this one's always sat with me. There was a story that Kyle said he slept with this girl that had this giant snake on him. I don't know if you guys remember this story, but he said he slept with this girl and she had this giant like python that was in the bed with him while they were like making love. And he came out and said he basically laid that pipe for like 2 solid hours. And I'm like, I forgot when I was like 26, 27 at the time. And like, I'm thinking to myself, like, if I do it more than 15 minutes, I'm fucking up. How does boy do it for 2 solid hours? Right? And like, he left out an intricate point to that story. The intricate point was he was on SSRIs at the time. And me, having never experienced SSRIs, didn't realize that you can't feel half the shit when you're on SSRIs. So like you could make it makes it seem like you're a sex god when really you're just on this antidepressant, anti-anxiety med that makes it so that you can't really feel highs. What does SSRI stand for? Like I could come off my ass. It's something like sequential serotonin reuptake inhibitors, something like that. It basically unless you're really into it, you ain't getting off on SSRIs. It just doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. But that's always stuck to me because like I was like, man, maybe I'm fucking shit in bed. But then it's like, oh, he's basically cheating. That's like saying like, yeah, man, I had an erection for like 4 hours and then tell me you took Viagra. You over here cheating, dog. Not really. Like, you're more of a zombie when you first get on like a new SSRI. But like right now, I'm on Lexapro. I'm on a pretty hefty dose, but I don't feel like I'm zombied out. I have trouble expressing emotion, and I find I have trouble with empathy. But like that's because, the lows are higher and the highs are lower. Like you're more even killed. Like it takes a lot to get you to have an emotion. It's a side effect of the medicine, man. Like, it's hard to empathize with somebody when you don't have emotion, when you can't like recall the emotions vividly to basically sympathize with them. I'm on 150 milligrams, Sam. Hey, Timo. Long time no see. Different people, Wraith, have different things. Like, brain fog is a real thing. I got brain fog more on Lexapro than I do Effexor. Effexor just gives me a headache. Like, if I don't take my Effexor, I get a really massive headache. But Lexapro I had more brain fog. Like brain fog is kind of like, it's not like you see fog. It's just like everything is hazy. Like for example, like you'd be like, oh, this is an Apple Watch, and you'd be like, oh, what series is this? Oh, yeah, it's the Series 4. When did I get this? Like, that's what brain fog is. Like, everything takes another second or two for it to kick in, right? What I had with like getting off of them was a little bit of brain fog, but the thing that I noticed the most was dullness, which kind of is brain fog too. But like I noticed like colors were less vivid, like everything you looked at wasn't as bright. Like the world felt like it had a shade of gray over it, like dull colors, brain saps, brain fog. Yeah, you can still drive like it. It's not. I was over exaggerating. But yeah. What's your go-to dance move if you ever found yourself in a party or wedding? The funky chicken.
First off,
What?
if you found yourself at a party or a wedding, I need you evaluated because ain't no way you went there
Willingly? Yeah, I don't do that shit. Why do I have an Apple Watch? Because at one point in time, I had his weight loss surgery, and I was working out and losing weight and shit.
because it makes you look like you ball and be honest.
Well, like today, I wore it as jewelry. Like it didn't even charge right now.
Because it's gonna tell you if your heart's about to explode.
You know, that's like. I was on Wellbutrin, but I had the bad side effects, so I got off it really quickly. And I don't want to. It's YouTube, and I don't want to say what the bad side effect is.
I'm on Wellbutrin and it's amazing.
Yeah, there's a really bad side effect of Wellbutrin, and I got it. And I was like, yep, I'm not doing this one. I got off in like a week. Have you ever played Symphony of the Night? Yes, I have. I've also played Aria of Sorrows and like one other clone of it. I don't say anything about that Biohazard. Because Wellbutrin was the drug I went to right after Lexapro, because I wanted to get off Lexapro to get away from the sexual side effects. But Wellbutrin was way worse. But then I tried Effexor, and Effexor is not an SSRI, it's something else. Effexor made me feel even better than Lexapro did. But I seem to have the same side effects. Who else is to vote for besides Joe Biden? Marco Rubio? DeSantis? Trump? It's all toilet water, man. None of that shit actually matters anyway. Joe Biden, Obama, Bush, Trump, Clinton. They're all, you know, two different wings of the same fucking bird. nothing really ever happens. Like, look, Biden put in like student loan forgiveness. Oh, it got blocked. Never see that shit again. Never see that shit again. Only person that ends up at the end of the day getting fucked is me and you. You think Trump could do anything better, Beast Handler, than this? Trump didn't have anything to do with gas prices. Neither does Biden. I mean, it is what it is. Like it's just whatever part of the world is happening right now. Correct, Face Fuzz. This shit would have been the same under Trump, just as Biden, just as is DeSantis if it comes in. If DeSantis isn't in jail by the time he wants to run for president. Basically, what DeSantis did with the immigrants, sending them to old Jaws world. That's the smuggling immigrants, but plimp. Well, I can easily talk politics because, like, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I think both of them suck ass. Like, do I think Joe Biden's doing a wonderful job? Fuck no. I think Joe Biden's a soggy sandwich of a president. I think in the footnote, Joe Biden will be skipped over and forgotten about in trivia. That's what I think Joe Biden's presidency will end up being. And the ironic hasn't passed over me that Joe Biden's been tried to be president so many times in his fucking life, and the only time he actually won is when he probably won't even remember being president. You know, it is to me. Like, I feel like there shouldn't be 70-year-old men trying to make choices for the country, right? Because the vast majority of the people right now are millennials. Why are boomers fucking making choices for the entire country? I remember when Lindsey Graham, which is South Carolina senator, bragged about not being able to send an email. It's like you're sitting here in a public office bragging about not being able to send an email, but you're going to make a commercial that's going to be all over my TV stating how you made the harbor in Charleston better and all this shit. You never sent an email while doing that? Ain't one motherfucking email went out trying to make the Charleston and harbor better? Oh, it should be capped at like 60. 60 should be the cap. It should be like 30 to 60. Like, they should lower it to 30 to 60. It's like that should be where it is. I mean, we've had 70-year-old white guys for a long part of the United States history, and they've all came to the same choice. Go to war. What's good for the economy? Go into fucking war. No, I don't agree with that, Radiant Rapture. Dude, Pelosi shouldn't even be in office. Like, term limits should eliminate it. Like senators, for example, should be under the same guise as presidents. You get 8 years. That's it. You get 8 years. After 8 years, you should give somebody with a better idea. And like, there's some things you just can't fucking change. Like, if you go look at Bernie Sanders. I was a Bernie bro, right? Bernie Sanders has been spewing the same shit since the 1980s. And he ain't changed a damn thing. Granted, I think Bernie's a good person in his heart. I think Bernie wants the best for people. And I think in like a bevy of shit sandwiches, Bernie would probably taste the best. But sometimes you can't change shit. Maybe term limits would help with that. Because right now what happens is people vote in old heads on young bodies. Like people that are ready to play the game. Like, you ever see a person at work that will kiss ass to the fucking boss until he gets into that position he wants to be in because he's playing the fucking game? That's what politicians are. They'll kiss ass and they'll rub the backs of everybody that will help them out to get where they want to be. And it's just a bunch of cutthroat people, you know. Basic, like, money's not even an issue to them. They don't give a fuck about money. All they care about is power, right? They basically use power as a currency. And whatever power they can get and they can keep, that's what basically they just rub shoulders. It's like a bunch of sharks waiting around for somebody to die. They do care about money, but like, I don't think they care about money as much as they do as power and influence. Like, a lot of these dudes are already fucking rich, but they just keep coming back. Like, if I was worth $100 million, you know what I wouldn't be fucking doing? Trying to be president. And you got Trump, who's a billionaire. Why the fuck's he trying to be president? It ain't for the money. It ain't for the connections. Who gives a fuck? Like, is Aaron Judge leaving the Yankees? Most likely. Honestly, I see Aaron Judge being a Met next year. There gets to be a point where making more money is just a game. Like Jeff Bezos is over here running the score up with the Amazon shit, because it's not like he's created this empire. He's created an empire that changed life in such an infrastructure level that if you don't have it, people pretty much can't live. And it's like the point is, like, at what point is Amazon a monopoly? Like, when do you jump in and start cutting it up and making it multiple companies? Because nobody can compete with Amazon at this point. Do you have any advice I'd give myself 10 years ago? Yeah, don't say dumb shit on PKA. That'd be my advice 10 years ago.
Marry Kelly sooner.
Kelly would have married me sooner.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even like me. Yeah, I didn't even know you 10 years ago.
Yeah, but you would have known me like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So you could have told yourself that and you could remember.
You stood me up like 8 years ago.
Now I'm like an old woman.
You wouldn't have liked Jordy 10 years ago. I was a vastly different person. Dr. Gray, you weren't even a twinkle in your daddy's eye 10 years ago. Rocco was a kitten. I don't know what size jumper this is. This is a hoodie. It's a pullover. It's a pullover. Why is that doorknob chilling? Because it's fucking broke, dog. Talk about kittens wearing mittens. Meant to gaslight my audience. I don't know what the fuck gaslight even means, dude. Trump is in the pocket of big business? Fuck yes, he is. Yeah, I see that. I see that, Chuck. I see getting Aaron Judge getting a $500 million 10-year contract for the Mets because the Mets have the richest owner in baseball, if I'm not mistaken. And the fact that they got knocked out in the first round of the wild card, heads is going to be rolling because the owner is not only a fucking billionaire, right? He's a Mets fan and he wants the Mets to win the playoffs. You know what the best thing for the Mets could be right now? The absolute best thing the Mets could be is the Phillies win the World Series. That would mean the Nationals, the Braves, and the Phillies have all won World Series in the last 5 years. And the Mets have made the playoffs one time. That will light a fire under the Mets owners and the Mets establishment because at this point they gotta win. Why do they call it the World Series when hardly any countries play in it? Because the best players in the world play in America. The Major League Baseball pulls from all over the world. If you're any good, somebody will pay you to play on one of the 30 teams in the American League in the MLB. That's why you got people like Shohei Ohtani, you got Yu Darvish, you take the best of the best. I mean, most baseball players are Dominican because generally the fastest way to get out of the poverty in like Dominican Republic is to play baseball. It's like remember back when, well, you guys probably weren't even born at this point, but back when I was a kid, back when like the Big Mac was the sponsor of the Olympics, they created what you call the Dream Team. Like they took all the all-stars of basketball, like Hakeem Olajuwon, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, like the best of the best of the best at the time, Muggsy Bogues, and they put them all on the Olympic team. And they ran the fucking... They were just destroying people. Because, like, basketball is one of those sports that there's such a huge gap between, like, college-level pro and actual pro, right? Like, you could take a dude that's sitting on the bench in an NBA team right now, and he will be better than every person you ever know or your kids might ever know at basketball. And then you put all those dudes on the same team. Like, these countries that had no chance against them. Chuck's here. He might remember this. And this is not saying like, oh, you can't call it the World Series because you don't play anybody else in the world, right? Like the best players play in the NBA, the best players in baseball play in the MLB. That's why they call it the World Series. The best players play in FIFA. Soccer just never caught on in America. No, the NBA isn't called the World Series, but I'm going on a limb and say the best basketball players on earth are in the NBA. Because if you could play basketball and you're somewhere in Vietnam, there's somebody in the NBA that will pay you a life-changing amount of money to come play for them. Because it ain't about anything else but skill at this point. You put 1,000 on the Astros to win the World Series? I got some bad news for you. They coached by Dusty Baker. Dusty Baker don't win World Series, Playboy. He'd get you there. He don't win them. But, Jordy, have you ever seen the Malice at the Palace Pistons and Pacers brawl? I have not. I'm not a big basketball fan. Not a big basketball fan, but I'm aware enough to recognize the skill. Like, all I really watch sports wise is baseball. Like, to this day, I still don't know what the fuck icing is. Like, every time icing's on in a hockey game and I play it, I always ice. And I don't know how the fuck not to ice. What's the best day of the week to receive a paycheck? Monday. Favorite item at Popeye? Spicy tenders. The problem with basketball is they're not regulated well enough. They need a better player union. Baseball's kind of get in this situation too, but baseball, like, Bill James created a whole revolution in baseball that made weaker teams be able to play better, right? And you see teams like the Phillies, for example. The Phillies are basically a team of DHs that have terrible defense, but like they play the numbers so well and they're hot right now. And they're in the World Series, right? Wraith, I don't have a team right now. But basketball, like, all the good players are balled up to the point of like two teams. And like you see, I don't know recently, but like a few years ago, the Golden State Warriors basically were guaranteed to win almost every game they played. Because the skill gap was so large and that there was just nothing that could be done about it. I don't know anything about FIFA or soccer. What's up, great baby? Well, the shaky leg is a twitch. There's nothing medically wrong with me. I'm starving. I might go fix me a little bit. Best Japanese car if you had to pick? It's Toyota. Nissans are trash. I mean, they used to be good. But since like 2005-ish, Nissans have been trash. I mean, like, I always call them the Japanese Dodge. And this is good for a reason. Like, Nissans used to be a really good car. And then God, what's that dude's name? I could have told you his name. They had a guy take him over, and he's like, "Oh, I found your problem. You're making your car 20% better than everybody else. Let's stop doing that." And then they went to trash. And then they adopted like Jatco CVTs, and those are trash. And then they started like giving anybody and everybody high interest loans, or there's a reason why everybody with bad credit has a Dodge or a Nissan. I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but every person with bad credit drives Dodge or Nissan. Almost all of them. Because, I mean, you got 700 credit with a Nissan Stop Wings. Hey, even Bigfoot has his spotters. But, like, Dodge is the king of subprime loans, and Nissan fighting for that title belt. No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say people with bad credit drive Dodge and Nissan because that's their clientele. Are there people with good credit that drive Nissan? Sure. I doubt too many bad credit people are lining up to buy like a 370Z, you know, or a ton, or like a very high end Titan. But Nissan Altima, got your back, son. 12% interest, signed a dotted line. I'll be right back. You like my chair? It's a Serta I Work Comfort. Yeah, shout out. Thanks for pretending to be a Giga Chad. Nah, I bought this chair. I got this chair on sale. I think I paid $125 for it. Like, the Office Depot in town went out of business. Office Max, I'm sorry. Office Depot just recently went out of business. The Office Max in town went out of business. And they had a 75% off everything sale. And this was like Serta's like big boy 24-hour office chair. No, it's me and my wife have been getting into like crock potting. And this is like shredded chicken with like a hint of tomato sauce, black beans, corn, and like some diced up onion. And I put it on a low carb tortilla. It's 140 calories. And it's something that's just feeling. Oh, I love The Hitcher with Rutger Hauer. Dude, that movie is so crazy. It just keeps escalating and escalating. It's like, wow. It's almost like the Hitch. You ever see the Hitcher short in like I think it's Creepshow 2, where like this woman's like cheating on her husband, and like she runs over this hitchhiker, and he keeps coming back and asking her for a ride, and he's constantly getting more and more fucked up. I'll tell you another movie I love with Rutger Hauer, other than Blind Fury. I love this movie called Split Second. Such a cool ass sci-fi horror movie. You should look that one up. It's a Coke Zero, man. I mean, it might be shit for me, but it gives me that little ting I want from soda. Like, it isn't quite a Coke, but you know, if you close your eyes and pretend it's close. No, my father was a drunk. Well, is. Well, I don't know if he's still a drunk. I don't think he drinks anymore. But he's feeling the side effects of a life of drinking. Lost a lot of men to alcohol in my family. So, like, yeah, I have no interest in drinking beer. I don't drink beer, don't smoke cigarettes, don't do drugs of any sort. That's a 1 liter soda. This is 1.25 pints. 20 fluid ounces. What's wrong with BSP's car? You're right, it ain't 500 milliliter, it's 591 milliliter. Doesn't he have a Corolla? He has a relatively new Corolla, too. I got little girl hands. My hands are very small. I can't give Phil advice on his car without knowing what happened when his car broke down. I'd have to see it. Well, doesn't he have like a 2019 Corolla? Like, yeah, Phil, I don't remember what Phil said, but Phil said that he didn't change his oil for like 6 years in a BMW because he never told him to. It's like, you know, like some cars tell you like get an oil change. Like his BMW never actually specifically said, "Yo, go tell," because BMW they don't tell you like, "Yo, you need an oil change." They tell you like maintenance A, maintenance C, maintenance D, you know, or it's actually called service. Service A, service B, service C, service D required. Like they have like different service grades that pop up, and you're supposed to look in your manual and look and like decide what they are. It's kind of like Toyota's maintenance light. Like Toyota has like a little wrench that pops up when like your cabin air filter needs to be changed and shit like that. Yeah, but see, Mr. Rogers, like Phil probably doesn't put 17,000 miles on a car. I change my oil at least once every 6 months. I'm full synthetic. I change mine every 4,000 miles. The reason I changed mine religiously is because I have active fuel management in my truck, and they have this thing called a VLOM that basically is very small oil passages. Because the oil that goes in my truck is a 0W20 full synthetic Dexos base oil, and it's super thin. It's almost like looking like skim milk. It's basically the consistency of skim milk. And it does so because it has to go through these very small, tight passages that have the very high pressure needs to like shut, you know, for example, to shut lifters on and off. Dude, people that go long on oil changes on GM products are people that break GM products. GM will run for fucking ever if you do good oil changes on them. It's not variable valve timing. That's different. Variable valve timing has more to do with like changing over camshafts and shit like that. Um, Basically, there's these lifters that gets oil shut on and off to them, and they open and close mechanically. And if they're not properly lubed, or if the oil is like clunky, or you have a lot of sludge in your engine, they fail. And when they fail, they chew up the camshaft, and they usually make you have a really bad misfire. It's all about I do it to be safe. Yeah, could I get an extra 2,000 miles out of my oil change? Sure. But I ain't trying to spend $6,000 to fucking take the engine apart and change out fucking lifters. It's just not what I'm trying to do. It's like transmission issues. Like the things that the things with GM transmissions is they'll last 150,000 miles. You just got to make sure you don't get heat to them. Change your transmission fluid every 30,000 miles. You'll be good. Are lifters hard to replace? Yeah. You got to pretty much take the whole upper intake off. You got to take both the fucking, you got to take the V-LOM off. You got to take the heads off. It's a day and a half job. And you got to have somebody who knows what they're doing to put it back together. With all the parts and everything, it usually runs between $4,500 and $6,000 if it fails. So, getting one extra oil change a year for like $70, bargain. Yeah, he'll do it for free until it's time to do it, Wraith, and then he'll disappear. Yeah, my truck gives that shit too, but that shit don't mean anything. And we always get to this oil argument. Oil life monitors should not be trusted. Because oil life monitors are set to best case scenario. They're not doing some hyper intelligent like calculation, right? They don't determine how much dirt has entered into the system. They don't determine how hard like the wear has happened on the car. They generally they set it to like a timeline or a mileage line, and it slowly goes down based off of that. It doesn't follow heat cycles. It doesn't follow like how often have you got your engine up to temperature. It doesn't like if you live on a dirt road or not, how often you've pulled a trailer. It doesn't factor any of that in. Like when somebody says, oh, this car can get 10,000 miles in oil changes, that means if you're driving on a highway at 60 miles an hour consistently in a clean environment, it'll get 10,000 miles between oil changes optimally. But nobody does that. People go to work. They sit and stop and go traffic. They do small errands. Because like one of the worst things you can do for your car is to drive it short distances and not let it heat up. Because most of the damage happens when it's cold and you start it up, and that's it, you know. Like the cold starts when most of the damage is going to happen to your engine. Here's my advice on oil. And keep in mind, I'm not a licensed mechanic. If you're going to go 10,000 miles or 7,000 miles on your oil change, at least change the filter every 4,000 miles. At least change the oil filter every 4,000 miles. Idling can get your engine warm, Wraith. But it takes a little longer. But yeah, it'll get it warm. Like generally, you want it to heat up to I don't know what all cars do, but like GM, for example, usually sits around 190, 185, 190. And once it's heated up and it's actually went through a drive cycle, that's when the car's the happiest. But you need to heat your oil up consistently. Like you need to have it heated up to operating temperature at least once a week. Spider injectors are shit for the most part. Like Spider injection was really, really shit on like the 5.7s in the early 90s. But like by the time they got the Gen 2 5.3s, they got better. Like for example, I had a Gen 2 5.3. I never had an issue with my Spider injectors in 18 years. But like a lot of people have. But like it all depends on, you know, how often you let the tank run dry, where you buy your gas from, the kind of gas you get. Do you never use fuel? Do you ever use fuel injection cleaner? Why don't they build an oil heating element in your car? Well, one, it'd have to run off your battery, and that would be a pain in the ass to have a lead acid battery that could withstand that without killing itself. Because like the thing with a lead acid battery is the more you use of it, for example, like if you drain it to half life, it cuts some of its life out. If you let a battery die on you, like a lead acid battery, you pretty much cut the life of that battery in half. And the lower the battery goes, the more you wear that battery down. So running, like for example, like something that heats up your block, like a block heater that's on the vehicle itself and not from your house, which they do make block heaters, by the way, which is another story. But that's plugged into the house. But that's more for like starting your car, because like block heaters basically warm the oil up so like the oil can get to the top of the engine to actually start the engine completely, because the oil can freeze. Like a guy called Project Farms on YouTube does oil tests. Like you could see like what frozen oil looks like versus regular oil and how it flows different. It's funny, Ratty. Dodge Durango is actually one of the better Dodges. If you got like a 5.9 Dodge Durango, that's a solid fucking truck. I mean, honestly. Like those old Dodge Durangos, the new ones are kind of shit. But all Dodge products with the 5.7 Hemi are pretty much shit. Nissan trucks are pretty good. I mean, like they're not luxurious, and you pay more for them you get less for your money. But like, there's nothing wrong with the 5.6 liter. Like it has an issue like really late in its life where it could fuck a cat up, but like a lot of cars do that. But for the most part, Nissan trucks have been pretty good. Routing the engine coolant through the exhaust. I mean, like you could. I don't know how that works, honestly. The only problem I have with Titans is the simple fact that they charge you the same money as other truck manufacturers for less truck. That's the only issue I have with Titans. Elizabeth, that doesn't mean anything. Like, you got to take things at face value. Here's the thing with Toyota trucks, though, in general. Toyota just copies Ford for the most part. Toyota copies Ford and General Motors. Like the I-Force is basically the 5.7 350 that General Motors made since the 60s. Just updated. They put like 4 cams in it and, some other things, but like everything in it is designed for longevity. But it gets like 12 miles per gallon, just like the old 350 does. And it's like currently, like, I show this off all the time, and people that, suck on the old Toyota dick don't see it. Let me show it to you. Somebody knows what I'm about to show. Now here's the new Toyota Tundra. Everybody sees it? Pretty, right? It's like, oh, look. You know what this looks like? Fucking 2015 F-150. F-150, new Tundra. 2015 F-150, new Tundra. .5 liter EcoBoost twin turbo V6, 3.5 twin turbo V6. All Toyota does is copy what Ford does and try to make it a little bit better. That's their game plan. I mean, hell, Toyota tried to call the Tundra the T150 when it first came out. That's a real thing. That's a real motherfucking thing. They got sued for it. The Pentastar? Pentastar's been a good motor. Bingus Chingus, I'd rather walk. I would rather walk than trade my truck in for a Kia Soul. You're talking about GMCs? GMCs are built on the exact same assembly line as Chevrolets. Like, you'll literally, if you go to the end of a Chevrolet assembly line, you'll see GMC and Chevrolet trucks sitting back to back. GMCs are just a different design with a higher premium. Like, they have a couple things different. Like, for example, in 2020, you could get wireless charging on your center console in the AT4, but you couldn't get it in the Trail Boss at all. Little things like that. GMC has like a couple extra features here and there, but for the most part, it's just a $3,000 or $4,000 markup on the same truck with a different grille. You had a lifted Samurai with Toyota axles going 100 miles an hour? Well, no, you didn't. I don't think so. I don't think the fucking Suzuki Samurai could hit 100 miles an hour on its own power. If you lifted it and put bigger axles on it, it probably got worse. Nah, they're not. Let me show you. Trying to find a picture of it with something that's recognizable, that's not old cars. Here you go. This is a GMC Elevation right here. Right behind it is a Chevrolet Trail Boss. That's at Fort Wayne, Indiana. They come off the same assembly lines. There's just a computer that comes in, like, this is the body for this type of truck. This is what you put on it. That's basically what it is. Camry's better than Accord. I'm 100% sure about that, PF. Oh, it's on a trailer being pulled by my Cummins. Oh, yeah, the Cummins engine can get 100, but a Suzuki Samurai, I don't think it's. I only think on stock tires it'll do 100 miles an hour. What's your favorite base sports car? Mustang. For being a big fat motherfucker like I am, the Mustang is the only pony car that is actually comfortable. Like, the Challenger is comfortable, but it has like this thing for a water bottle that I fucking hate. It just digs into my fucking calf. The Camaro is hard to drive and it's hard to see out of, and the Mustang is just comfortable. Like, it's just comfortable. Like, it's just built for like all body types. Dodge Charger is a sedan. It's not a muscle car. I mean, you could technically say it's got a big engine in it, but Dodge Chargers are mainly sedans. They're family cars. I mean, any kind of like people are so like uptight about what engine you have, right? I had a V6 Mustang. I had an EcoBoost Mustang. I've driven 5-liter Mustangs. All of them are fun. All of them. They all have their perks. Like the V6 Mustang puts 305 horsepower out on 87 gas. Right? EcoBoost puts out 310 horsepower on 93 gas. But if you put regular gas in it, it puts out less horsepower than the V6 Mustang. You know, the EcoBoost Mustang, even on regular gas, has a little more oomph on the bottom end because it puts a lot more torque out. The 5-liter wakes up at 5,000 RPM, so if you put your foot into it, you're going. It's going to put you in your seat and you're going to go. Like, whatever engine you get is whatever engine you get. Like, as I get older, the smaller engines are more appealing to me. One, for insurance reasons. Because a V8 pony car is fucking atrocious on insurance. I'm talking about like $800-900 on like my insurance, right? And my insurance is great. Over 500 horsepower, yeah. I've never actually driven a Corvette. No, it doesn't have more torque, but it has more torque early on. There's this thing called a torque band. And we're not comparing it to the 5-liter. I was comparing it to the 3.7-liter Cyclone. But if you want to say it, yeah, the EcoBoost Mustang hits a higher torque curve early in the power band than the 5-liter. But that's because it's turbocharged. It's got forced induction. But what happens is, like, linearly, the horsepower catches up and just blows by it. Generally, an EcoBoost will beat a 5-liter off the line. But, you know, by the time you're at an eighth of a mile, the 5-liter is already gone past you because you can't. There's no replacement for displacement. But I was comparing it more to the V6. Because Ford tunes their horsepower numbers based on 93 octane. Technically, Mustangs are not muscle cars anyway. The only muscle car would be the Challenger, right? If you want to go down to definitions. Mustangs, in their very sense, are a pony car. The term pony car came from the Mustang. The Mustang, Camaro, the 350Z, all those are pony cars. Muscle cars would be something like the Barracuda, the Challenger, you know, the old school 2-door Charger. Those were muscle cars. You know, whereas something like the Corvette wouldn't be a muscle car, it'd be more of a sports car. Mustangs are pony cars that are pretty much bordering on the line of sports cars at this point in that stage. Well, Camaro has no pony emblem. No, it's literally called a pony car. Like, Like, I don't know why you guys question me on this shit. Pony car is an American car classification for affordable, compact, highly stylized coupes and convertibles with a sporty or performance-oriented image. Then it lists them. Like, this is the Plymouth Barracuda, not the actual one I was talking about. Here's the Corvair. Here's the Ford Mustang, Camaro, the AMC Javelin, the Mercury Cougar, the Challenger. They're all considered pony cars. Trucks without a V8 is doo-doo. That's not true either. The inline 4 that Chevrolet just put out, the 2.7 liter 4-cylinder turbo. Dude. That thing is one of the best, like, towing. Like, that's one of the best towing engines that you can possibly get. You can't tow heavy. Like, you're not going to pull a tractor. But, like, if you want to tow, like, a trailer, like a 12-foot enclosed trailer, or like your lawnmower around, that engine does better than the 5.3. It all depends on what you want in your truck, what you want to do with your truck. I mean, the Ford twin turbo, I wouldn't say it's better than a V8. It's faster, but faster doesn't automatically mean better, right? There's all kinds of qualifications that with what makes an engine good, right? Like, for example, the 3.5 liter EcoBoost or even the 2.7 liter EcoBoost, they're really quick. They're really aggressively tuned. They're fun. They're fantastic. They sound nice. But they kind of struggle with towing. Can they tow heavy weight? Sure can. They can tow up to 13,000 pounds. But if you continually tow 13,000 pounds, you're going to overheat the turbos. You're going to blow the engine. Side effect. Like a naturally aspirated V8 will do that job better and longer. Because at the end of the day, you can't. There's no replacement for displacement. If you cam a Chevy V8, it'll be faster. And that's debatable. I mean, if you're camming the Chevy V8, you can also cam the V6. You can put bigger turbos on it. You can put even more aggressive tune on it. I mean, like, look at the Mustang EcoBoosts, for example. They come stock at 310 horsepower, but just going in and like putting like a Cobb tune on one, you can have them clear 400 wheel horsepower. But you know what also happens? You blow a hole in the fucking block because the block is tuned aggressively already at what the block can handle. Like, Ford has made sure that you're not going to blow a window in your block with how they tuned it. But if you overtune it, you have a risk of like putting a rod through it. You can say TK Speech, you can say no all you want. There's thousands upon thousands of fucking cases of that happening. Not anymore, TK Speed Shop. Cars used to come detuned from the factory because of emissions. And what speed shops would do is they would take like the emission stuff out and basically change like transmission shift points and like put it on they would put it on like God, what is that fucking thing called? Basically, they're just big machine that they would just test the horsepower numbers over and over again. Dynometer. And they would just play around with it. That's what speed shops do. But like when they're tuned for drivability as well as fun. I mean, like, you might get better pedal response or something like that. I mean, ZX45, go look them up. trucks are popular in the United States because they're multi-purpose vehicles. Like I have a truck, for example. I have a truck because I don't live in a city. I live outside of town. I have to take my own trash off. All my poop goes into a hole out in the yard. You know, and like, if I want something, I have to bring it back home. All right. But I also have situations where I need to carry multiple people. So like having a vehicle that can seat, 4 adults or 5 adults comfortably is a perk. Having a truck with a place that's a space to carry cargo that's easy to clean is a perk. Being able to pull a trailer is a perk. Trucks are very easy to use vehicles, and they're nice. I'd go with the 392 Charger over the base C6 Corvette, strictly because the 392 Charger is going to be easier to get parts for in the long run. C6 Corvettes are not going to be collector's items. There's nothing wrong with the 3.6 Ram. The problem with the Ram is everything else around it falls apart. It's not pointless to not have a truck if it's not a V8. Most people don't need a V8. Like, most work trucks are V6s. Are all those work trucks that build your house pointless, Rick? Because the vast majority of them are V6s. Because the vast majority of people that use a work truck use it to carry their tools to and from a job site. And a V6 does that fine. People that get the V6 want a little bit better gas mileage. They want to use the bed, and they need the extra room. So you guys are basing all your information on how fast is it. Trucks aren't designed to be fast. Like, do they make fast trucks? Sure do. But trucks are designed to move weight. That's what they're designed for. They're designed to be torquey. If you want, like, you can spend $1,000 making your truck fast, and a fucking V6 Camaro will fucking wreck your shit. Stock. All McDonald's sell signature sandwiches. The Big Mac is a signature sandwich. The double quarter pounder with cheese is a signature sandwich. What are you talking about? I'm probably going to let you guys go. All right, dude. Thank you, Final Laugh, for the $100 donation. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks to everybody for coming out. Thanks to everybody for chilling with your boy today. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm Audi 5000. Peace, people. Hope you have a wonderful day.